charge of making sure players have an edge?
That's funny. That's good. Yeah, I think we all collectively do that, but you know, that's something that we value in our program for sure. You know, we coach that every day, and I think if you bring that mentality, you bring that edge to a gym, good things can happen for you competitively. So, yeah.
How much time do you spend watching preseason rankings and then keeping track, cataloging sort of the slights?
It's a good question. No, so we don't talk about that a whole lot as a team, but like personally, I watch that a lot, and I have a wall in my office that is dedicated to that. It is very important to me. I take meticulous care of this wall. The tape is perfectly placed on there. I've highlighted. I like to go back and update the highlights every now and again, just to keep it bright for where we're being picked. But you know, I like our players when they're in my office or they swing by the office to be able to see that kind of stuff. We don't talk about it a whole lot, but I know it gives me an edge every day I walk in, and it gives me sort of that chip on my shoulder, and you know, it's just another source of motivation.
How long have you been doing that?
2 years, 3 years. 3 years. I did our last year at Butler as well, because we weren't you know, sort of feel like as a coach, you take an inventory of how others look at your program, and you know, also as a coach, you want to use any and all forms of motivation that you can to sort of get an edge, so to speak.
Seeing you now, it's hard to imagine you as the last guy picked for dodgeball. So where did this come from, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. That's a good question.
You guys are a month into this. I asked Mike about this. You won't know this till you play somebody else, but do you feel like with all the newcomers and everything you had to get installed and everything, that this has been a good month, the last 4 weeks, I guess? Yeah,
that's a good question. Yeah, I feel like it's been a very productive month. You know, you never feel, especially when you have a lot of young guys or new guys such as we do, you never feel like you're you know, fully prepared, or you never have had long enough. But I think you're going to feel like that most years, and you're fighting to each and every day to, you know, to learn and to grow and to teach and implement your system a little bit more every day. And then not only that, I think we get to a point now after being in practice for 3 or 4 weeks that, you know, the message can't be the same message that it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I think that's part of improvement. We say that to our guys all the time. Like, you know, we're going to always teach you, and we're always going to come from a teaching angle. But if you're teaching repeatedly for too long, that's also a sign that you're probably not growing and you're not grasping. So the message that we send, how we send it, and you know, the way it's received, and ultimately, you know, put out to use on the court, I think is really important.
The freshmen around the Spain trip, the idea was maybe they didn't understand the importance of defense, how to guard, these kind of things. The key to them getting to play seems to be defense, understanding how to guard. Are you seeing that understanding? Are you seeing them bring that along to where you can put them on the court for prolonged minutes if need be?
It's improved from where it was in Spain. Because there were moments in Spain that, you know, there were moments in Spain where, and you sort of know it's going to be like that. You only practice for a few weeks, and you head over to Spain and you start playing games. And you're playing games with guys that have never worn the scarlet and gray before. And they're great kids. We've got great kids up and down the roster. We've got guys that take teaching and take coaching very well. We've got high character guys. No problems at all there. But, you know, to their defense, this is all new to them. So I think we've got to continue to, you know, emphasize the things that are important and that correlate to winning the most, and be good, or be really as good as we can be at the simple things right now, and as we go along, continue to, you know, get a little bit more and more complex.